What's up, Warrior Babes? Hey, everyone, Nikkiey here, and welcome to our Sunday Warrior Babe Revolution rally call. Guys, I'm super, super excited to be here and on this call with you guys today. I missed you all. I missed you all, and I hope you all had an amazing holiday. You enjoyed time with your family. You enjoyed time with your friends. You did the macros over memories, which I shared with you guys last time. And I hope you guys are in a good headspace and getting back on track. I am really excited to be on this call with you guys tonight. I just got done the Blueprint Q&A, and I'll just forewarn you guys right now. I'm a flutter mess right now. I can't formulate my words right. I'm stuttering. Nothing seems to be coming out of my mouth the right way. So I hope to God that what I want to share with you guys tonight comes out and portrays to you guys the way that I feel on the inside, and hope it comes across to you guys the way that I feel. I'm also very hormonal because I'm getting my period next week. Okay, so I'm hella frustrated, and these little tiny things like me not being able to formulate sentences, it's frustrating me. So I'm just getting by right now. But just wanted to forewarn you guys with all that. Anyway, I'm super excited to be on this call. This call is going to mean like a lot to me, as is it going to be a very personal call with you guys. And I hope I don't get emotional because Jesus Christ, and Flo is coming next week. And like I just said, I'm very hormonal. So who knows? I may shed a tear or something like that. But because I'm really excited. Like this is going to be a very personal call. I'm sharing with you guys my own personal story from how I got started with my own fitness journey, because the reason why I'm sharing that with you guys today is because this is my 5-year anniversary, which I can't freaking believe it. I started this time 5 years ago. I was the New Year's resolutioner girl, and I'm going to share with you the lead up to today, 5 years ago, and the point forward after New Year's until basically today. So I'm really excited to share this call with you guys. Let the babes know in the Facebook group that we are going to get this call started shortly. I'm not going to go through all like the things I usually talk about at the beginning because I'm in groove. I'm in the mode right now just to flow with what's coming from my heart and my mind to share this story with you guys. So go in the Facebook group. Let the babes know this call is getting started like within the next 2 minutes. And they're going to want to join because I guarantee you this is going to resonate with so many of you. No matter where you are in your journey, if you're just starting out, if you're 2 months in, if you've been doing this for 10 years and you're just getting back in the groove of things, this some way or another, I'm going to make it resonate with you because I've been in your shoes. And I'm probably still going through things that you are going through. Like we're always growing and always learning, right? So the beginning of my own journey was a very, very struggle aspect, and I'm going to dive into it. So I know you guys can relate to that. And then when I finally decided to dive all in 5 years ago at this time, New Year's, it just, and then from there, it just, once I made the decision, it just all started happening so freaking quick. So I want you guys to gain that from this call, that no matter where you are at in your journey, you are on the right track to achieving your goals. And the way to amplify and make it happen faster is to listen to me right now and listen to what happened once I finally decided on January 1st of 2015 that this was it, that this is what I wanted for myself, okay? I can already feel myself getting emotional. Jesus Christ, Aunt Flo. Okay, so are you guys ready? I'm excited to share this with you. So, like I said, I started my journey basically January 1st of 2015. But let's rewind 7 months before January 1st of 2015. This is when I was in nursing school. I was engaged, And I was taking care of my sick grandmother, and I also had a part-time job in an emergency room as a tech, which is basically like a nurse's assistant. And basically you do everything for the nurses that they cannot do so they can focus on putting medication in the patient. So that means me running around patient to patient, wiping butts, sticking IVs in. This was all the start of this journey here. This is what I was doing like 7 months prior to actually starting my journey. Now, on the fitness side of things, oh boy. So for 7 months, I tried and tried and tried to get to the gym, to eat healthy. I tried multiple different programs, from not eating to what is that? I didn't do keto, but I was just doing just trying to be eating healthy. Like I would make chicken at night, but that would be the only thing that I would be eating, chicken. Like throughout my entire day, I would just snack on like healthy things like string cheese and yogurt, and like it was never enough food. And then some days, like I was never consistent. Like I was all up and down. Some days I would be having Wawa, which is a convenience store up here in Pennsylvania on the East Coast. I would be going in there and getting milkshakes and candy. And I would literally have that breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, like, it was like this up and down, up and down. And at the same time, I was in a relationship. I was engaged for a year. And that person was so controlling. Like, if I went to the gym, I would come back, and they'd be like, oh, was anybody, like, hitting on you? Like, it was so bad. It was so not healthy. And that's where, like, I would have to go to the gym with that person. Like, my ex-fiance would come to the gym with me, and he would do his thing, and I would do my thing. But I also, at that time, had absolutely no idea what I was doing in the gym. I'd literally just go in there, and I would do some cardio, and I would, like, run the treadmill. Or if I was working out with him, like, I would do whatever he was showing me how to do. But I had no idea what I was doing. I would Pinterest a bunch of different workouts on my iPhone. But I was never, ever, ever, ever consistent. For 7 months, I was not eating right, not eating enough, eating junk food, not eating some days, and having my ex-fiance owned a pizza shop. So then I would have guys. It was like literally the downfall of Nikkiey in those 7 months. I was trying. I thought I was trying hard, but honestly, when I look back at it, I was not trying hard. I was just giving into my environment, giving into the fact that he owned a pizza shop, giving into the food that was provided at the pizza shop. I mean, every single Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's all I would freaking eat. Stromboli's, pizza, fries, like it was freaking terrible. And then throughout the week, if it was ever busy, like we would just order from there. And then I was controlled by the environment of me wanting to do what I wanted to do by going to the gym, but somebody was holding me back, right? He was holding me back from wanting to go to the gym, from wanting to better myself. And guys, let me tell you, just like coming out from the story really quick, I'm now looking at this from a 30,000-foot view down and realizing what all I went through and what I had to eliminate in order to be where I am today. Okay, so now diving back into those 7 months, you guys, just like I said, like totally not consistent, like eating whatever, not eating and then eating whatever I wanted to. But deep down, you guys, deep fucking down, I was so insecure. Like, me having sex with my ex-fiance, the lights were always turned off. Like, I never felt secure in my own skin around him. Even going out to festivals and parties because he was Lebanese, like, I was so insecure with the other women around. Like looking at them, Lebanese women are freaking beautiful women. And I would be comparing myself to them constantly, like looking at their bodies and be like, wow, Nikkiey, like you suck at life. Like your body is disgusting. And honestly, like I was not in a healthy state of mind, and I was also not obviously in a healthy body. Like I wasn't overweight, but I was skinny fat. Like I shared with you guys before, like you guys watched my videos before. I was skinny fat, and I was just not eating the right foods for my body. And then I was also dealing with being so freaking insecure, which so many of you guys are probably like, holy shit. Like, looking at the Nikkiey that I know now, I would never have ever, you would never think that I was never not confident or that I was insecure. Like, but let me tell you guys, I was still kind of am, not really, but shy and like I'm saying, like insecure. And it wasn't until around this time, actually, 5 years ago, is when I got so mad at myself and so mad at, but I portrayed it on everybody else because I was that victim mindset. I was blaming everybody else. I was blaming the pizza shop. I was blaming my ex-fiance. I was blaming Lord knows who came in my tracks that day. Like, that person, it was their fault that I wasn't happy. I was blaming everyone around me, and the environment that I was in was just not conducive with the goals that I deep down wanted to accomplish. But at that point, I had no idea what I was supposed to do. Like, I just sat in pain, like, almost every single day. And it wasn't until this time, Christmas time, 5 years ago, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm so tired of feeling this pain. I'm so tired of not being happy. I'm so tired of crying all the time. I'm so tired of feeling insecure. I'm so tired of looking at other people and comparing myself to other women. I'm so tired of not feeling confident in my own skin. I'm so tired of basically somebody controlling my every fucking move. Because deep down in my roots, like, I know from my younger years, I am a strong person. I went through a lot growing up with my parents. I went through a lot with schooling. I did sports. I was captain of all my sports. Like, I am a very strong individual. And when that is how, what's the word I'm looking for? When that gets quieted, that's where kind of like aggression comes into play, right? So that's what was happening to me at the end of 2014, going into 2015, and that's where my engagement ended, where we ended things. We knew that things weren't working out. It was literally like right before Christmas happened, and I don't think I got up from my bed for like 4 days, and I didn't eat. And I was literally just so upset at what was happening, but also reflecting on the past 3 years I spent with this person and then the year of the engagement, that I quieted my inner self. I quieted my inner strength. I quieted my what I wanted for myself. Like, growing up, people would tell me that I was basically like a 45-year-old in a 15-year-old's body. I had a mentality of a 45-year-old and a 15-year-old's body. I had to mature at a very young age because of my upbringing. And when I went through this, I felt like my reflection period was like everything that I knew what I wanted was quieted, was dulled. And then, guys, as soon as this ended, my engagement ended, and the 4 days that I wouldn't move from bed, my grandfather comes in, and mind you, like, I'm taking care of my grandmother, I'm working, and I'm going to nursing school at this point. My grandfather comes into my door of my room, because I'm living with them, taking care of my grandmother, and he's like, Nikkiey, he's like, are you going to get up today? Like, are you going to do something? Like, this is going to pass. Like, basically, I don't remember verbatim what he said, but it was just like a jolt, like a holy shit, like, what am I doing right now? And from that point, I started to resurface who I really am on the inside. I started to resurface what I wanted for myself, what I wanted to do, what I wanted my body to look like, what I wanted to accomplish. Like, I started to not feel bad for myself anymore, but to actually fucking do something about it. Because I was so tired in living in the pain that I was experiencing for the 7 months, going up and down, being inconsistent, but knowing that I wanted to do it, but I didn't do it because of my outside environment, because I was blaming everybody else. I was so sick and tired of dealing with that bullshit that I finally, once my grandfather really kicked it into gear, January 1st of 2015 was like, that's it. I'm going back to the gym. I'm going to work out. I'm going to show up for myself. I'm going to get my shit in gear. I'm going to learn. But let me tell you guys, I had no idea what I was doing. No idea. I literally, the first day I walked into the gym, I remember this verbatim, because I was so used to going to the gym with my ex-boyfriend and my ex-fiance, and because I was so used to like having somebody work out with me, I wasn't as intimidated at that point. But let me tell you guys, the moment I walked into the gym on New Year's Day, or it was the day after, I was so intimidated by the weights and just by like the thought processes I had with my ex-boyfriend. Like, people were all looking at me and, you know, like all this kind of stuff, just these bad thoughts, that I literally just walked straight up to the cardio equipment and did cardio. And like I said, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. But what I started to do on a daily basis was at least do something where I was learning, where I was reading, where I was, you know, trying to figure out what I should be doing, instead of making up excuses as to why I can't do this, or why I couldn't do this, or why I shouldn't do this. Instead, I was every day, you know, reading about, I remember Googling verbatim, what is protein and where can I get protein? And I started cooking. Like, I cooked more for my grandmom at this time, so I was cooking for myself, and I was making, like, chicken stuffed entrees, and but I was still, like, I was making healthier choices, but I wasn't eating enough. And, you know, I dove into multiple programs after that too as well. For like the first 3 months of 2015, I still had old habits, but I was doing a hell of a lot better than what I was doing in 2014. A hell of a lot better, but I was still like snacking. I still wasn't eating enough. I was working out more, but I was running a shit ton. I would run like 4 days a week and do like 3 miles, 4 miles. And in this time frame that I was putting in effort, but still not knowing what the fuck I was doing, I was still showing up for myself. And I was still putting it out there that I'm like, hey, I'm committed. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do right now, but I'm learning and I'm implementing something daily, no matter. Like, I didn't let excuses get in the way after January 1st. After it was, you know, putting the focus back on me, opening up my inner strength inside of me, and really knowing what I wanted to accomplish, I didn't let work in the way. I didn't let taking care of my grandmother get in the way. And guys, you can really relate that to your kids. Like, my grandmother was like a child. Like, she could not do anything for herself, and I had to make sure I was around because my grandfather was 80 years old, and guys, he didn't even know how to cook an egg. No joke. My grandmother did everything. And she has IBS, so there would be days where she would be pooping her pants like every 30 minutes. So, like, I can contribute that to being a kid. And I was also working full-time and going to nursing school. But anyway, that's beside the point. So at that point, I didn't allow any excuses. Like, at that point, I let go of my victim mentality of blaming everybody else and the environment around me, and my friends don't get this. I stopped blaming all of that, and I started showing up for myself. I started listening to myself. If I wanted to do it, I'd go and do it. If I wanted to accomplish something, I'd go and accomplish it. I signed up for 2 half marathons within the first half of the year of 2015, and I killed and crushed both of them. My first half marathon, I got done in 2 hours. Then my second half marathon, I beat the time by 10 minutes, so I did 1 hour and 50 minutes. Like, at that point, I stopped all my excuses, and once I stopped doing that and started just at least doing something daily, no matter what it was, if it was eating better, going grocery shopping, which I went grocery shopping for the first time, no matter what it was, I started showing up myself. And the more that I started showing up myself, I started falling in love with the process even more. I love what, you know, going into the gym made me do. Like, I eventually got over my intimidation of the weight room and started just showing the fuck up in the weight room. Like, I literally asked the trainers, hey, can you guys tell me what this machine does? And coming from somebody who was super insecure 7 months prior, to starting all of this, to going up to a trainer to tell them to show me, and I know that that's her job, but Jesus Christ, that just like walking up to somebody, my heart would start racing, right? I don't know why that is. I don't know why that happens. I guess it's just what happens anyway. But I made them show me how to do things, and then I would just start watching people and seeing how they're doing it, and then I just started falling in love with it. And then, like 3 months in, it was how old was I? 25. I was 25 in 2015. I turned 25. And it was my 25th birthday, March 22nd, and that's when I was like, okay, I'm ready to really dial it up a notch. I really want to know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. I really want to dive in deeper and learn what I should be doing to implement the goals, because right now I'm just kind of winging it. I'm doing what I'm reading online, which is very fucking overwhelming, telling you a million different things. And I was seeing results with my body from January 1st to March, but it wasn't what I wanted. It was because I was doing way too much cardio. Like, yeah, I got smaller, but I wanted muscle. That was my ultimate goal. I wanted to be toned. I wanted to be strong. I wanted to be very muscular. And March, I was like, okay, you know, I basically said out loud, and I started talking to everybody, and I was like, I want muscle. I want to be strong. I want to be built. Like, and I started seeing the bodybuilding stuff. I'm not really going to dive into that because not everybody here is a bodybuilder, and it's not something that you have to go and do. But I wanted that image, right? I wanted the toned look, the strong look, the sexy body, because I felt like if I had that, I was like, oh, I'll be way more confident. I'll be way more like inner strength and everything like that. And literally, you guys, like the minute or a week after I put this out there that I wanted to do this, I wanted to accomplish this, I wanted to learn more about it, I ran into somebody at the gym where they were like, hey, are you doing like a competition? I'm like, oh, no, funny that you say that though. Like, do you know anybody who does that? And that's how my whole journey started. Just by daily showing up for myself, by not letting excuses get in the way, by not letting the environment control me, by going with what I wanted to achieve for myself, did everything start lining up for what I wanted to accomplish. And let me tell you guys, I am still learning. And I will always still be learning to perfect this whole process, to make it easier, to make it better. But understand that you've got to go through some shit first before you kind of get that, like, aha moment, like, this isn't really about anybody else. This isn't really about my grandmother. This isn't really about my fiance. This isn't really about anybody. This is about me. Because the moment that you start showing up for yourself daily, the more things are going to come into your space. They're going to help you get to the goals that you want to accomplish. And the more that you start working towards yourself, you and everything around you is going to be more supportive of who you want to be, right? Your kids are going to be seeing you be a role model. They're going to start being supportive because you're getting results. You're happier. You're stronger. They're going to want to follow in your footsteps. Like, once you start working on you solely as a human being, will everything around you get better and stronger? But you have to put in the work for yourself first. You have to go through the shit. You have to realize what does not work for you, what does not serve you, and you have to start making the changes in order to get where you want to be. Let me tell you guys, the moment that I met my coach, I stopped everything cold turkey and just listened to exactly what he was telling me to do for myself. Like, he looked at my what I was eating before I started with him, he was like, wow, so you really like some sugar, don't you? Like, literally, what's the saying? Like, I would have sugar with my, or I would have coffee with my sugar. Like, and now I drink it black. What I did with him by going cold turkey, I did so many lifestyle changes in a matter of 1 week that created me to be able to accelerate my results faster. You have to let go right now of what is not serving you. Sugar, bad food, falling off track, not being consistent, environment around you not being supportive, and just you need to do what does serve you. You need to put into action the things that you want to accomplish for yourself. You need to put into action being consistent. You need to put in, and you know what, guys? It's not going to be comfortable, because guess what? where I was for the 7 months, I didn't know it, but I wasn't content. But when I started to move and make changes for myself, it was hella uncomfortable because I had to do it by myself, right? Like, I was so used to my ex-fiance being around and going to the gym with him and you know, giving into the temptation of the pizza shop. And once I had to, like, say no to foods or say no to friends, that's just not comfortable. But you can't stay in a comfort zone when you want to grow, right? And that attributes to building the body that you want to have. You have to do a lot of things that you don't want to do. And once you do that, and once you get rid of the things that don't work for you, and you start doing the things that are scary and you know, that you just don't want to do, that's when things are going to start lining up for the goals that you want to accomplish. So, moral of my story is, from start to finish, which I hope that resonated with you guys a little bit, know that I'm not, like, you guys see me now, like, you're seeing me 5 years after the fact. You're seeing me 5 years of putting in the work, of now it just being a subconscious habit that I have to do for myself. I don't even think about going to the gym. It's like, okay, I have to go to the gym tomorrow, and I go and do it. I don't even think about, like, I mean, I do with my macros and putting my meals together, but it's like I have to do it, or I feel so off track if I don't do it, because it's not, if I don't do it, I'm not being true to myself. I'm not being true to the goals that I have for myself. And you guys know that feeling. You know it. When you guys aren't consistent and you get mad at yourself, frustrated, yeah, that's your intuition trying to be like, hey, you said you wanted to do this, but you're not doing it. Your actions aren't lining up with it, and that's why you're frustrated. But if you actually did get consistent and showed up for yourself, you'd feel better. You'd get more confident because you're accomplishing things that you would once just write off as an excuse. That's how you get more secure, confident, happy, strong. When you start, you as a whole human have to start letting go of this shit that's been in your way. Like, and show up for yourself daily. And I want you guys to take this, and if you resonate with it, like, take it into 2020. Like, this is your year. Get rid of the things that do not serve you right now, or have conversations with the people that aren't being 100% supportive. And guys, you know what? That conversation's not going to be comfortable either, but you standing up for yourself is the most important part. So if it's like a friend who kind of like digs at your goals weekly, either create space with them or have a conversation. If it's your husband who isn't 100% supportive, have a conversation with them. At the end of the day, I bet you it's going to make it so much better. It's going to make you two so much stronger, and it's going to make you feel better because now it's out there that you want to accomplish the goals that you want to accomplish for yourself. Do what I'm telling you to do. Get rid of what isn't helping you, and going into 2020, start doing things that's going to help you move forward. Start showing up for yourself. Start being the person that you know deep down that you are, but it's being quieted. Get that inner confidence, that inner self loud, and start showing up for yourselves, babes. All right? I love you all, and I hope you have an amazing new year, and that you reflect on your own personal self and who you are right now and who you want to be, and what you want to accomplish with yourself, and the things you need to get rid of and things you need to move forward in doing. All right, babe? There will be no calls on Wednesday for New Year's, but we will be back here on Sunday for our next rally call, okay? Let me know how you guys like this rally call inside the Facebook group, and I will see you guys there. All right, bye, everyone.